Let's do 10.3. 10 learners stand randomly in line, one behind the other. In how many different ways can the 10 learners stand in the line? So let's say about 10, 3, 1. So we have 10 learners, one behind the other. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 learners. Okay? Right. They're standing one behind the other. Right. So it means the first slot, we have how many choices here? So we have 10 choices here. Okay, so this is 10. If this slot is occupied by the first learner, we're left with how many learners to occupy the second slot? 9. Two learners have occupied this slot and this slot. We're left with how many? 8 to occupy the third one. One learner there, one learner there, one learner there. We have 3 now. So we're left with 7 learners. We have 7 choices here. One learner, one learner, one learner, one learner. We have 4 learners. So we're left with 6 learners. It goes on like that. Goes on like that. 4, 3, 2, 1. This is actually 10 factorial. This is 10 factorial. So that's the answer there. How many different ways can the 10 learners stand in the line? That would be 10 factorial. Then 10, 3, 2. Calculate the probability that there will be 5 learners between the two youngest learners in the line. Right? There are 2 youngest learners, and then there should be 5 learners between them. So let's look at these different situations. Right? We can have a situation. Let's have these slots. Let's say we have, there are 10 of them. Let me put them like this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? If one of the 2 youngest learners occupies the first slot, so the first slot is going to be having 2, and then that is for the youngest learners, the 2 youngest learners. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this slot, we have only one choice. The first slot, we have 2 choices. Then if one of them occupies the first slot, then we only have one choice for this other slot, which is slot number what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slot number 7. Okay, because there must be 5 learners between them. Right, let's go to the second situation. We'll fill in the rest later. Right, the second situation will be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, so we can have now this slot and this slot. The youngest learners occupying slot number 2 and slot number 8, isn't it? So in slot number 2, we have 2 choices, right? So if one of the 2 youngest learners occupies slot number 2, then we only have one learner to occupy slot number 8. Okay, like that. Still, there are 5 learners in between them. Third situation: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So they can take slot number 3 and slot number 9. Right? So we have 2 choices here. If there are 2 of them, it's 2 choices. And then if one of them occupies the third slot, then we only have one learner to take the ninth slot. That is for the 2 youngest learners. We only have one there. Okay. And then the last situation now will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? It can be the 4th slot and the 10th slot. So here we have 2 choices because there's still 2 of them. If one of them takes the 4th slot, we only have one learner to take the 10th slot. That is amongst the 2 youngest learners. Now, let's go back to our first situation. The 2 youngest learners have taken the 1st and the 7th slot, isn't it? So we're left with how many learners? We're left with 8 learners now out of 10. Right, this slot we have 8 choices. So now we have how many learners that have occupied the spaces? 3. We're left with now 7. 7 choices. We have how many learners now? 4. So we're left with how many choices? 6. We have how many learners now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're left with how many learners now? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it means we're left with 4. You see that? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we only have 3 to choose this one. We now have 8 of them. We only have 2 to choose this one. And then the last one, only have 1 to choose that one there. Okay? Right. And then the second situation is still same thing. We have 8 learners because we have 2 there. 1 there, 1 there. So we have 8 learners to choose this slot. We have 7 learners to choose this one. 6 there, 5 there, 4 there, 3, then 2, then 1. The third situation, 2 learners have taken these slots. So we have 8. 3 learners have taken the slots, so we're left with 7, like that. It goes on like that. Then we have 6 here, we have 5, we have 4, we have 3, we have 2, and then we have 1. Okay. Then 2 have taken this loss, so left with 8, so it's 8. 3 have taken this loss, so left with 7, 7. 4 have taken this loss, so left with 6. And then 5 have taken this loss, so left with 5. 6 have taken this loss, so left with 4, like that, goes on like that. 3, 2, 1. Then if you check in all these 4 situations, the numbers are the same. We just have to say 2 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 1 times 3 times 2 times 1. It's just the same numbers. So that maybe they're differently arranged, but they're the same numbers. So if you multiply this, the first one will give you 80,640. This one will also give you 80,640. This one will give you 80,640. Then 80,640. Then you can say 80,640 times 4. What is it? So the total arrangements will be 322,560. Right. But the question says, calculate the probability that there will be 5 learners between the 2 youngest learners in the line. So if there are 5 learners between the 2 youngest learners in the line, this is the number of the total arrangements. But what is the probability then? The probability should be 322,560 divided by, we got this 10 factorial. Okay, then the answer is what? 4/45.